Oh, it was your carved choice. I want to know what was the first band? What got you into metal? What drew you in?
Wow, I would say the first stuff was not metal. I didn't know about metal, but it sounded heavy enough. So that would have been like Steppenwolf Gold, the Columbia
Oh.
Record Club thing. So I would have been six, maybe seven. Um,
Did you submit a
and
penny, the Columbia record thing? Did you put in your
Yeah,
name and
yeah, we did do that
okay.
briefly. So it was Steppenwolf Gold, and it was CCR Pendulum, and it was a Three Dog Night, the double live album, right? All Around the World, or it's called. And when I think back, it's like there are certain things about metal that you don't really think are the main things about metal, but it was there, and that's the extreme vocal of John Fogerty and the extreme vocal of John
Mhm.
Kay. But then quickly discovered Sabbath, Zeppelin, Nazareth, Deep Purple, all that stuff immediately after. So basically got really, really heavy into music and knowing a lot about it at around 9, 10 years old. So 72, 73, 74 for me. And that's when, all of that. And then everything from there on until about 1979, we had a mathematical system to measure the heaviness of everything. And the heaviness is all that mattered. We would get on the phone with our buddies and say, it's 10 songs, it's a 7 out of 9. It's 8 songs, it's a 5 out of 7. It sucked. It's 9 songs, it's a 2 out of 6. So there were lousy goods, lousies, and so-sos. So-sos canceled out. Really goods was the heaviest, and you just go over on the phone. And it's like, here's what it is. So it's like we were absolutely militant about everything had to be heavy. Through
So
our
I imagine that the Sunset Boulevard bands, the metal
Mm.
bands, were not metal at all to you. The Poisons and the Warrants and the
Oh no,
Wrath.
loved all that stuff. Not a
Did you?
problem
But
at all.
how high would they rate? How high would
Love
Warrant?
the new wave of British heavy metal. Loved thrash when it started. Thrash started the same time as hair metal. Loved most of those hair metal bands,
Okay.
especially the early ones. So I would have been 20 in 83. So it was all, perfectly in love with Quiet Riot and Dawkins and Great White and Rat. Those ones to start off with, Twisted Sister, even though they're from the East Coast. But yeah, no, I wasn't a huge Poison fan or Cinderella fan, and I hate Bon Jovi. I've always hated everything they've ever done, but loved when Aerosmith was that way. Guns N' Roses was great. But then, I did a book, the Big Book of Hair Metal, actually, and I ended it when the Nirvana album came out. But I kind of wished I went a year beyond, because my favorite hair metal albums all seem to be like from 1990 or 91 or 92, like Badlands, Love Hate, Mr. Big. So a lot of the better stuff was when they kind of looked over their shoulder and said, we all got to try harder. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Even if we're going to stay in this, we all got to try way, way harder than we've been doing. Soon as, the early Nirvana and early Soundgarden came out, and everything, all the excitement level went down. That's when, I did a podcast episode myself called Go to Vancouver and Try Harder. So that's when you got Whitesnake albums that tried harder, Motley Crue albums, Aerosmith albums, Scorpions albums, Bon Jovi albums. Everybody made that pilgrimage, and said in 1991, like, if we're going to keep doing this, we got to be the best version of this we've ever been.
Is that enough for a new book?
No, I mean, at one point we were going to update the hair metal thing, and I said I wish I would have gone further. I don't think I'll ever do that as a concept thing, but that would have been cool to do. But no, that Big Book of Hair Metal thing was a big timeline with quotes thing, and
Yeah.
like I say, I closed the door, right September, whatever it was, 10th or 9th, when Nevermind came out, and the Use Your Illusion albums both came out the same day, right? Both on Geffen, all on Geffen.
Wow, I don't know if they came out at the same time, but
I thought it
yeah,
was
around.
exactly the same day, I believe.
Wow, that's a
Yeah.
good day.
Strategic.